For Life brought to you tonight by Nightlife Chill Will. Make sure and follow at NLF Chill Will for your chance to get into his next event free. In fact, he's got an event coming up in April, and it's going to be in the New Haven area. So make sure and follow at Nightlife Chill Will right now for your chance to get into that event free. And of course, you can DM him too for your chance to get a free VIP. I'm Jenny, this is Vic, and this is Bad Marriage for Life.
Yes. God, the intros are getting a lot better.
What does that mean?
I mean, we're progressing.
I realized when we were talking about Biggie passing, like last week and stuff.
Yes.
I realized that I've now been on the radio for 25 years.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's 25 years because I remember when he died, I was actually driving to the radio station in Providence. That thing is going to annoy me.
I got you.
The station in Providence, and I heard the girl that was on before me announce that he had passed. So it's been 25 years now that I've been on the radio. So so I think I can do an intro for Bad Marriage for Life. Okay? So anyway, thanks for joining us. It's been a fun-filled.
That was a mic drop.
It's been a fun-filled, exciting day around here. I was feeling so good today. I got work done. Me and Sasha went for like this huge 3-mile. Oh, it's not a huge 3-mile, but it's a big, power walking session today. I'm feeling great. I get off the radio, had a great show today on the radio, and I get, into the car and I call Vic and I say, hey, Vic, I'm just going to run into the store. Do you need anything or whatever? So Vic starts telling me this whole stressful story about how Sasha got a flat tire today out in New Hartford, Connecticut. I don't know what she was doing out there, probably trying to take a hike or something. But she got a flat tire, and I guess it was a whole thing that went on.
Yes, there was a lot going on.
With you on the phone with her, and then I spoke to her, and she told me some folks stepped in and helped her.
Yes.
But my question was Vic, why did you not go rescue your daughter? But I guess she had some other folks to help her. Is that what happens?
Is that the question you really asking me right now? Why I didn't go rescue my
No,
daughter?
I'm wondering. I don't feel like you really have to talk about it.
Oh, this must be for the people.
I'm asking because she just told me the whole story, and some folks helped her. You know what I'm saying? She was able to get the donut on the car.
So she was 45 minutes away. She was with this, her new boyfriend, boo, whatever. That's that thing.
I don't think you need to call him boo.
Whatever.
Okay,
Stuff like that. That's what y'all do. And stuff. So anyway, she was 45 minutes away. I was with Max. Okay. I had picked him up from school.
Sure.
All right. Came home. Started dinner. All right. Then me and him, we on an exercise routine, and she called me while we were bike riding.
Okay.
And yes. Okay. So 45 minutes away in the middle of rush hour traffic. All right, is not gonna. That would have been an hour. That would have been an hour and a half.
She was by herself though.
Yeah, she was by herself. If she was by herself, she would just had to lock the doors and wait for me.
Okay? So you would have gone.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
she's with the boyfriend.
Yeah, absolutely. No, because one, I got Max with me, which is already something already.
Yeah.
That's all right. So anyway, I walked her through it. She did not know that she had a donut in the trunk.
Right. She told me she has a whole kit. I didn't even know that. Do they put that in every car?
Yes, I knew that.
Okay, well, she told me she had a whole kit.
Yes,
I didn't even know there was a whole kit.
So it was better for me to walk the two of them because neither one of them ever changed the tire before.
Okay.
To walk through over the phone the steps in order to take.
Okay, sure.
So was it an easy situation for them? Absolutely not. There were several calls back and forth. There were nervous breakdowns happening. There were people came out and helped. Shout out to whoever came.
People did help her.
People did
she
help.
said a whole bunch of people helped her.
Things
but they were probably all wondering, where's your dad? They all wanted to know.
So you're trying to say you think I'm a bad father right now?
I don't think you're a bad father at all. I don't think so.
I think I'm a logical father.
Okay.
The type of logical father who understands that a 45 minutes for me to drive with my son, who just got out of school, all the way to try to help change a tire was not the best use of my time. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yes,
not
absolutely.
The best use of your time.
No, the best use of my time is listening to my child on the phone telling me where she's at, and what the situation is, assessing the situation, giving her instructions on how to handle the situation, and if those instructions are not, carried out correctly at first, call me back to find another way to do it, which she did and which I did. Okay. All right, and now what's happened because of that? She is on her way home.
Yeah, she is on her way home.
I think I did what I needed to do, and in between, while that was going on, my son was having a problem with the Fortnite in there on the new computer, the new gaming computer couldn't get the launch, so that was having a nervous breakdown was going on there.
That's why you said it's so stressful.
Yeah, in a way, because on top of that, I was making dinner. I made, you know what I'm saying, I made steak tonight, I made rice, I made some string beans on top of that.
Oh, and we have somebody that said he's right, because as a dad, we cannot always be there.
Absolutely not. You know what I'm saying?
And she is an adult.
Yes,
I mean, she's 18.
Yes, absolutely. And so now she knows how to change the tire. I remember, and I told her the story because she was having a nervous breakdown. I remember there was a time, Craig and I, we were up in Buffalo, New York, and stuff, all right? And we caught a flat tire on the highway in the middle of the winter. All right? Me and Craig G and Corey and I think somebody else that was in there on the side of the highway in the winter changing, and on a Suburban. Okay, yes. On a Chevy Suburban, changing tire, and you know, shout out to whoever the state troopers are up in Buffalo at the time. I don't remember your name, but he happily came over and
helped you.
Yeah, and helped us out. You know, so these things happen. You know, and that was my first time. No, actually, it wasn't my first time. And so, but that was a time when you know, I had to change the tire. I didn't have anybody to call. And so I could have called AAA. Yeah, you can call AAA. You can call and do all of that. But then you're sitting and you're waiting.
I told her maybe we should get her a service like that. Like maybe she needs one.
I believe she does. One thing, but you know what I'm saying? She does. But it's a matter of the time and you waiting. Yeah, we got all of that. AAA, you can do
that. We don't have AAA.
No, yes, we do.
Not for her.
Yes.
No, we don't.
Yes, when someone has the card now, yes, it does. It's on there. But it's a matter. Listen, I love AAA too, but it's a matter you looking at time of calling, and then getting somebody over there who's available in the area. You know what I'm saying? Time. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you just gotta learn how to do things on your own and stuff. You know, and if you get somebody to help you, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit, got a little bit more skill set with things like that. You know, you can from experience, you can give them some instructions.
So today, Craig asked me on the radio if I would ever get a tattoo, like as a tribute to you.
Why would you want to get some tattoo on your body? I don't want no tattoo. And you
okay, so no, we were talking because you're talking about Pete Davidson. Got Kim Kardashian's name branded on him. Like, not even a tattoo. Like, he was branded. Like, he's scarred with her name. He never wants to be able to remove her name, ever. So he said to me, like, Craig asked, you guys have been together so long, would you ever, get a tattoo? And I said no, because Vic's initials are VD.
Yes, absolutely. Something that used to get me into a lot of fights when I was in elementary school.
People would say, like, you're...
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Just the name, because VD, that was prior to before all the names. And, when kids, you just knew VD. VD. Somebody got VD. And it's like, oh, man, I punched a lot of kids in the face when I was in elementary school behind that. No. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. No. But anyway, so he asked me that... And that's not something we've ever really talked about. I know that we talked about if we ever possibly get married, you wanted to do like the Jay-Z Beyonce tattoo on the finger thing.
Yeah, we can do that, but I'm not putting nothing on. I'm not putting nobody. I don't even put my own name on my body.
Why would you put your own name on your body?
Well, some people do.
In case you're like worried about it.
Yeah, in case you forget and stuff like that. As you get older, sometimes you're like, you're like, damn, what's my name? Oh shit, look.
No, I'm just wondering though, like, because I mean that's a big commitment, putting someone else's name on your body.
Yes, but I'm not a big tattoo person.
What if I was like, okay, you have to do it, or I'm breaking up with you?
Well, we'd be some broken up motherfuckers. Because how you going to try to control my body and what belongs on my body and what I do with my body?
And I was telling Big Man about this the other day. That Vic walks around the house with no shirt on a lot.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, no shirt.
My body's beautiful. Absolutely.
He walks around the house a lot with no shirt on, and I will say to him, like, are you going to put your shirt on?
Living my best life.
So he's like this. His new thing that he says to me is, don't body shame me.
Yes, don't body shame me.
He says, don't body shame me. And I'm like, well, Vic, you're like an XL on the bottom and a 3X on the top. Hey, you're very misproportioned.
Hey, man, I've been comfortable with my body all my life, all right? I'm sexy. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yes. I've been sexy all my life, and I'm going to continue to be, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can't body shame me.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So if me and you broke up, though, would you, like, be working out and be trying to, like, get yourself together, or... Is it just because we've been together so long?
What are you talking about? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the future holds. If I'm gonna be like, oh, in the future in 2032, I'm gonna be working out.
I'm just asking.
I don't know. Anything like that. What do you think? Would you?
I am working out. I went 3-mile walk today. Like, I am working out.
I'm working out too. I worked out with my son every day this week.
I only want one ab for 2022. That's all I want.
Wait a minute. I was on one of those walks with you.
Yes, but okay, yes. Our walk was so nice the other day. Yes, I actually called him. I said, hey, this was Monday. I go, do you want to go for a walk? I'm totally expecting a no. Totally expecting a no. But he said yes. He said he would walk with me. So we actually walked.
Wait a minute. You forget the part. I had actually just finished coming from a what with my son? A bike ride.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Okay. And I still was running the walk.
So we went walking or whatever, and but you know he's a little slower than I am. I mean, but you know you can't really keep up with a speed demon. But the thing is, he also cuts the walk off a little bit. He's like, instead of going down the whole road, he'd be like, all right, at that black mailbox right there, can we turn around? I'm like, it's not even the whole road. But Vic's whole thing, their whole relationship is, he kind of makes me feel like I should just be happy that he did it. So, I mean, I'm like walking with him and I want to be like, why can't we just walk down the whole road? But then he's going to be like, oh, you know, because I didn't even want to take a walk. But I said that I would. So I don't know if that's like a psychological thing you do with me or something, but...
No, it's not always a set, amount of things of how far I'm going to walk when I'm going to walk. It's not pre-programmed. So,
but what if I was like, oh, and then he goes, oh, well, if you want to keep walking without me, it's fine. So now he's trying to get away from the walk.
I was going to walk back home. You know what I mean? But it's okay for you to have some alone time by yourself if you want to walk. If you wanted to continue to walk, I didn't want to continue to walk anymore. And so, but you wanted to, and that's okay for you to do that.
Someone said boo Vic. Yeah, it's true because he should want to be around me at all times.
Well, listen, boo Vic, nothing. All right, Boo had just went on a bike ride with my son and exercised and did multiple things with him. So I was already done with my exercises for the day. Mm-hmm. All right, so when she came home and she wanted to say, when she called and said, hey, you want to go for a walk? You know what? It was a beautiful day. I understand that this is something that she wanted to do, okay? Right. But I said, you know what? Let's do it together. Yes, absolutely, not a problem. All right, but when I'm get tired, which I was because I worked out already prior to her getting there and going. Yes, it was a big workout. You did do a big workout. Yes, absolutely. Yes, okay, yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. Yes. You're really getting a lot. So I was really worked up.
Enough of that. And I came back, and what we did? What did we do? We sat down, and what did we do?
What did we do?
God, you got no memory.
What did we do on Monday?
We sat outside.
And we sat outside. Watched the sunset.
We watched the sunset.
Yes, that was very nice.
It was
it was very nice.
It was a beautiful thing. Everything was great.
He's like, everything was great. Shut up. Be happy.
Lost the first standing.
Be happy. The last one standing.
Oh, last one standing. My fault.
We have not really been sleeping at all. We're dealing with like some family stuff going on right now, which we're not going to talk about here on this show.
Yeah,
but
absolutely not.
We are dealing with some issues with our family right now.
A lot of things going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. And so we haven't really been sleeping well. And last night I was up late getting the laundry done and stuff because I fall behind all the time on everything. And so I was up late and he was sleeping. So I laid down next to him and he like was talking in his sleep. Okay. He wasn't really saying anything. He's just like, okay, yeah. Like he like talks in his sleep. And so I thought he was awake. And so I plucked his forehead. And he...
Wait a minute. Not only did you plug my forehead, you started using the hairdryer at 1 in the morning. I'm like, what's going on?
I wanted my pajamas to be warm for bed. I was trying to comfort myself. I was like putting the hairdryer in my shirt, like, oh my God, just warm my clothes out. Because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep being comfortable. So I started using the hairdryer. Yes, I did. But then I laid down next to him and he said something like, and I thought he was awake. I really didn't think he was awake. So I plucked his forehead like this.
Yes.
And he was pissed.
Yes.
He woke up. He's like, why did you do that? Now, mind you, I want you to understand this man and his sleep patterns, okay?
Yeah.
He will sleep through anything. The house alarm can be going off. He'll never hear it. It's always me that's like, the alarm's going off.
It's all those misspent youth on the train and the bus.
Yeah, he sleeps through anything.
Yes.
So I literally will, like, sometimes when he's snoring loud, I pile pillows up on his face. Like, I tell him 25 times when he's sleeping and snoring, I'm like, roll onto your stomach. He's like, okay. I'm like, roll onto your stomach. I will say it 25 times. And finally, I say to him, I go like this to Vic. I'll go like this. Roll on your stomach, please. And he'll go, oh my God, why are you talking to me like that? And I'm like, because I asked you 25 times to roll on your damn stomach so you could stop snoring. It's driving me crazy. So last night when I plucked his forehead, I mean, I did think he was awake, but I never thought a million years. No, I kind of feel like I'm lying. But I will say that I never thought in a million years if he was sleeping, it would have woken him up, because it was a good pluck, but it really wasn't like a really violent pluck. And he was so mad. And so he gets up, he's like, why did you do that? Why would you do that to my
And she did it because she had some stuff on her mind. Yes. And she could not sleep.
Yes.
Okay, and she wanted me to not sleep with her because...
No,
that's what's going on. You had some things on your mind. That's why you plucked me, and that's why you ran the hairdryer.
Sometimes, too, and it's like, yes. I'm like, honestly, we shouldn't be together.
She needed to talk.
We shouldn't be together. I'm going to tell you why. Because...
She needed to talk.
We don't need to be together.
She knew I was asleep.
We don't need to be together. We're bad for each other. I'm going to tell you why. Because he'll be sleeping, and sometimes he's there like just snoring and sleeping, and I lay down next to him, and I'm like, I hate you. I don't want to be with you anymore. And then I'll be like, I don't like you.
And I'll be snoring and sleeping like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know.
Sometimes he hears me because I'll be like this.
Night.
I'll be like this. Oh, I can't stand you. I was like, last night he's like, you're a loser.
I'm like, sounds like your problem.
We still need to be together.
It never matters so much to me.
When we finally break up,
yes,
because it will happen eventually. We've been in 20 years together.
Going down.
The sex is going downhill.
Yeah, everything's going.
The kids are growing up. We don't have to really stay together anymore.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get an RV and move it in the backyard. Yes. That way we can share the pool.
No, I don't want to do that. But when we finally break up, he will probably tell people how truly unruly and abusive I was to him. He'll be like, she plucked me in my forehead when I was sleeping.
Absolutely.
I heard her sending me subliminals when I was trying to just sleep, you know.
Yes, absolutely.
She piled pillows up on my face.
Yes, poor.
And I survived through. He's going to be like on the OWN network, on Oprah. Oprah is going to be talking to him like,
I'm a victim.
Like, you know, Oprah's going to be like, and what else did she do? I don't really want to talk about her, Oprah, but I will. Because this has been a crazy relationship.
Yes.
It has been so bad at times that it's like...
terrible. I don't know what's going on. We're on camera telling how terrible it is.
Yes.
Yes.
And we had this artist in yesterday, Taisha. And she's this really young girl. She's like 23 years old.
Boston, right?
Yeah, from Boston.
Yes.
And she literally was talking to me about relationships because, you know, she asked me, she said, like, how do you stay in a relationship for 20 years? She asked me this question. And I told her, I said, I had this whole conversation with my daughter the other day. I was like, and I said this on the air, my daughter's 18, has her first boyfriend ever. Yeah. And we had this conversation about relationships. Relationships never stay the same. So when you, like, you know, end up being with someone like me and Vic when we were first together, it was like more of a lustful thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, Vic could not get enough of this ass, okay?
Yeah, she could not get enough of this belly.
No, that's not true.
Absolutely. Come on now. You was hooked on the belly. The belly was...
The first time me and him ever did it...
The belly was hypnotizing.
All I was thinking was, this is the biggest person I've ever
been with. The belly was hypnotizing. But it was all right.
It was all right. Yeah, I was hypnotizing.
That and Keith Sweat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. But all I said to her yesterday was, I said, you have to understand, to be together 20 years, you have to... realize that relationships will change. Things will always change. People are going to make different money. Careers are going to change. Their interests are going to change. People are going to go outside of the relationship and sleep with other people. It's going to happen.
Yeah. That's what you said, though?
Yes, of course. Because that's what happens in relationships.
Right, absolutely.
You know, and so for people to be together 20 years, you have to kind of eat a lot of crow. Meaning, like, you have to take a lot of stuff from the other person. You know, because even if y'all ain't fighting and being verbally with each other that way, a lot of times you know that something's going on, or, you know, something's not right. And people do change. Relationships evolve. Me and Vic, we just happened to go through a really good time, a really, really bad time, and now we're back on the other side of a good time. And I think the reason why we're still together is because we know how to talk to each other and be friends with each other. And we have common goals, especially at this point in our lives, right?
Yes, absolutely. Plus, I'm sexy. That's it. You know what I'm saying? My belly's beautiful. I'm a loving person. A lot of people love me. Okay? You know what I'm saying? She loves me. I'm irresistible. And she's irresistible. You know? And I support her 150%. All the time.
So that's the thing too. So you have to have somebody in your life that does feel, you know, like they want to support you, be there for you, and not make things harder.
Absolutely. She's a strong woman.
For you.
You know, you are. She's a strong woman. She's a tough woman.
There's a point that you made things very tough for me in our relationship, but now we're on the other side.
Yeah, just like there's a point. When
don't even try it. Because I did not make things hard for you.
Absolutely.
I have made things extremely easy for you during this whole relationship. Shut up. There's not a time where I did anything bad.
Not at all. Jen's perfect. She's been perfect the entire time.
Now you're perfect. I'm a nice person.
Yes, you are perfect, and I love you.
Yeah, yes, because you better watch yourself.
You
I had to tell Vic at one point, you better get out or lay down. I told him, I said, you with us or against us? And I'm talking about me and the kids. You with us or you against us?
That's what you said?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't remember
yes,
that.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that time.
But for the purpose of the show, I guess that's the way, you know.
Yeah, okay, sure. We'll get some testimonials. I got a lot of folks that know a lot of things.
Me too.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. That's it. Well, anyway, I love you.
Okay. He's like, anyway, I love you. He tells me he loves me all the time. I'm always like, okay.
Absolutely, I do.
No, I love you too, but we don't have to say it every second.
And yesterday, was great because you had your first interview back
in the studio
since COVID, like you mentioned. You know, so that's it. You know, and you did great, and that was a beautiful thing. You know, and what did I do for you?
So we have to bring that up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
you keep talking about all this, whatever.
Okay,
let's talk about some good stuff. Let's talk about.
I walked into. Well, Vic had bought me a beautiful bouquet of flowers to celebrate that I had my first live interview again.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Because I remember that time. It's been 2 years. My son reminded me the other day. He was like, Dad, it's been 2 years since COVID started.
Right,
I was like, you know what? You're right.
Right.
You know, and it just seems like so, like yesterday, when Buck was dropping off the equipment here at the house because you had to
broadcast from here.
You had to broadcast. You had to broadcast.
So it was nice that you got me flowers.
You know, so it was a celebration.
But did you notice that I took the bouquet of flowers and moved them into a different vase?
Oh, I did not notice that.
You tried.
I didn't notice that.
He cut the flowers. It was nice. He cut the flowers. He put them in one of my favorite vases. But when I got home, I realized it's the wrong one. So I had to fix it.
I didn't even notice that.
I had to fix it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But that was a good try.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you'll always point out.
Good try. No, I don't always point everything out.
Jenny goes negative all the time. That's her MO.
He's like, let me just get it out.
Yeah, Jenny goes negative every time.
I don't.
Jenny finds the negative aspects of everything, just like the flowers. Wait a minute. I just pointed out that I brought you some flowers home to celebrate that you haven't been back in the studio since COVID in 2 years, and you had your first interview in the studio in 2 years. So I brought you some flowers to celebrate. But the only thing that you took out of that, the main thing that you took out of that, is that I put the flowers in the wrong vase.
Well, yeah. You did.
And that's okay.
They were not being featured correctly, so I changed it.
Not the fact that I went out and had the thought about it and went out and got the flowers.
I rearranged the flowers. I cut them in
the flowers. Put the flower food in the thing.
Right. So I used the same water. I cut back a little bit of the leaves. I rearranged the bouquet from how you had it, and I put it in a different vase.
Well, shout out to the leaf cutting that you did.
I did all of that because it needed to be perfect, and if not, I would have not been able to sleep again tonight.
She would not have been able to sleep tonight.
Bad Marriage for Life is brought to you by Nightlife Chill Will. Follow him right now at NLF Chill Will. You'll get a chance to get into his next party free. And of course, also DM him for your free VIP. Thanks so much for watching Bad Marriage for Life tonight.
And people, please do not forget to follow Jenny on Twitch. All right. Yes, absolutely. We got to get you on Twitch. She will be streaming again tonight after DJ Craig G on Twitch. Make sure you follow
what do we have?
Also. And stuff. We've got a Bobby Shmurda interview.
Oh, okay. Bobby before he went to jail.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
Hip Hop History. All right, so that will be streaming tonight on Twitch TV. So click on the link in her profile and follow her on Twitch TV, Jenny Boom Boom TV. All right.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You want to kiss goodnight? One.
Bye.